Oh, oh, kitty cat. You're so nice. Yeah, you're such a nice, snuggly boy. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Mhm, 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 mhm. What if? What if I held you? Hmm. Yeah. What if I just held you? Oh, lap cat. Is that what you're up to? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, that can't be comfortable though. You can't be comfortable laying like that. This is fatty. Oh, no. Get out of here. Oh, kitty. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Squirrel, I think, is sleeping on my roommate's office chair right now. He's been getting extra cheeru today. Ooh, Monster Theory. Let's see here. We did Wumpus the other day. Um, let's look up a monster bestiary D&D. Do, 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 do. Can I do random? What would be, is there monstrosity? Yeah, let's look up some actual monstrosities. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. He's so mad I wouldn't just let him out today. He's like, Mother, I long to climb up the trees. I was like, no, Mr. Kitty, you cannot climb up the trees. Pick a habitat. Your options are desert, forest, hill, or mountain. Oh, sweet snuggle boy. Sweet, sweet snuggle boy. Mountain. Okay. Wait, isn't this a thing that we fight in Act 2? I think this is a thing we fight in Act 2. Are you joking? Ridiculous. Search web. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we fight these things in the Shadow Curse lands. I'm gonna pop this into the. Come on now. Copy. Pop this into the stream chat. Bow, 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 down. Into the stream chat. Where's the stream chat? There it is. Bow, 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 down. Yeah, I think these are the little critters that you fight in that in the Shadow Curse lands. They give you the garrote stuff. Yeah, isn't he nice? I'm about I say probably Thursday I'm gonna weigh him and see if he's closer to his goal weight. But what he likes to do is he likes to say, "Oh, Mama, I'm so hungry," and then I crack open a can of cat food for him, and then he wanders off while his big fat brother eats all his cat food. So I suspect that his brother has gained the pound and a half that I wished for him to gain, because every afternoon we play brother where may I have some oats, because that's what it's like having twins. Is one of them is just determined to be skinny, and the other one is fat little gluttonous toad. Yeah, it's cool I can say that because Leroy's at work. Oh, yeah. And it was about to be the best day ever for Runts because he was on the hubby was on the treadmill and he was just like drenched with sweat, like just proper soaked. And I'm over making my little pumpkin spice latte, sans almond milk, because I forgot to purchase enough of that. And I went to go give him a kiss, and he's just like dripping with all that. And I was just like, eh, gross. So I started dabbing him off with a paper towel, and I threw it away. But the immediate moment after I threw it away, I was like, I've missed a grand opportunity here. Because if I could distill that into like a mister, I think that I could cloak myself in his scent and actually have Runts be favored for one moment. Because I came back into the bed and I was petting Runts and Runts was purring and he was having such a great time. And I realized then that's because I have stinky hubby smell all over me. And that is what that cat craves. Yeah. Just like you prefer mommy, your brother prefers daddy. Yes. That's my favorite part about having twins is they like go across party lines basically, and they've chosen their master, which is pretty cute. I feel like it's more special than just when like two regular cats decide who they like. Yeah, Runts, his very favorite person in the whole world is Hubby. Um, Pretty much any time that I'm in the room, he's like bummed out. Like hubby will be laying bed and I'll snuggle up to him and be like, "Oh, like isn't this nice?" And Rents will look at me with like the nastiest side eye. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, we glitched out again. Advanced menu settings. Where's advanced menu settings? Where is that even at? Settings. Screen. What? He would prefer that I turn all of the lights off and just snuggle him and watch Crunchyroll. That's his favorite. Yeah. So like the dog used to memorize the intro and outro for Game of Thrones. This cat loves the Crunchyroll songs. Yeah. Such a good kitty. All right, I don't know what the deal is. Advanced. Oh, got low latency turned on. Low latency. Wonder what the deal is. Why is it being so slow? We'll just go to that. So it's open, but I don't know what the issue is here. Alright, let's see if we can pop back to reactions. Let's go.
These are the 9 things I stopped buying ever since I started my journey to financial freedom. These things are a complete waste of money, and I'll give you tips on what you should be doing instead for each one. Starting with number 1, which is how I ended up with an extra 10 pounds of oatmeal. I call it set and regret. I love a good deal, so I always sign up for Amazon's subscribe and save feature to save like 10% off my
Oh
order,
yeah, it couldn't
even
be
though I
me.
have no intention of wanting the second order. And unfortunately,
Nah, couldn't be me, homie. Next.
next, I stopped overpaying for car insurance. Car insurance rates have jumped by 50
Pro tip, you just drive your significant other car. Next.
a year. The next thing I stopped buying is paying full price on things that I can get for free or at a significantly reduced cost. And this easily is saving me over
Give me some
$700 a
examples.
year. For example, a subscription to the Wall Street Journal costs $480 a year, the New York Times subscription $240 a year, and magazines like The Economist about $200 a year.
So just for perspective, that agricultural newspaper I get is like $6 for 3 months.
And I get all of them for free. Many people are sitting on many free or reduced cost access to certain things that they don't even know about. So here are 5 places you should definitely check to see if you qualify for free or reduced price things. First, the place where having fun isn't hard if you have a
Oh,
library
nice.
card. Not only can you get free
Love the
audiobooks,
library.
ebooks, movies, and music through
Yeah, this is not a paid sponsorship, but shout out to Libby because I am so tired of having to pay for new books. Yeah, I still read the newspaper. An agricultural newspaper though. It doesn't have like anything like funny in it, but it does have stuff about like farm stuff. And let's see. Oh, and it also has a crossword. Has a crossword in it. Now, I do periodically check on here to see if you can get goats. But right now, it looks like they have pointer puppies for sale. Not a big fan of like hound dogs specifically. There's some registered Australian puppies for sale. Rainbow trout for stocking your pond. That'll be interesting for in the future. Maybe would like to have some of that. There's some good. Yeah, it looks like it's about the season for people to start buying bowls for the spring. Where's FG? This side's supposed to have goats. If they have goats. Some vehicles for sale. Sometimes there's land for sale, but usually nothing of any interest to me. It's always in Oregon or something, and I'm like, pass. I don't want to live on the coast. Like, gun to my head, pull the trigger, you know what I'm saying? Cannot stand either coast as far as, like, living situations. No, thank you. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, all the land is pretty much in Oregon. Go figure, right? Ooh, where's this one? Yeah. Too good to be true. Definitely Oregon. Job applications. I think there's probably job applications in here. Um. Yeah, sometimes like you can get work as like a farmhand and stuff like that in here. Let's check the table of contents here. Be under work. Work wanted. 6. Well, that's work wanted. J. Yeah, that's work wanted. 655. Help wanted. I'll read one of these to you guys. Great full part-time opportunity for right person. Large Eastern Washington dryland farm operation seeks equipment operator for a case tractor, sprayer, and air drill. Current GPS systems must have general mechanic and servicing skills. Some experience required with some job training available. Competitive compensation due on, I don't know, DOE. That must be some industry specific term. Like maybe they pay you at the end of the season. Must work well with a team or independently and understand the nature of farming workload. Send a resume to. That is hilarious. Oh, I love their email. That's so funny. Is there another one? Livestock and grazing manager. Compensation $35 to $45 an hourly plus benefits. Or another one? Yeah, that's it. That's the only two people that want workers, pretty much. Livestock and grazing manager, seeking an experienced livestock manager to oversee the day-to-day cattle operations while ensuring the highest standards of animal health and pasture management. This full-time role involves daily livestock care and managing ranch hands. Minimum requirements: 5 years experience managing herd of 300 plus cattle. That's a lot. Oh, absolutely. If you have you ever dated a barrel racer? Because you could absolutely date a barrel racer with that. Um, it's like it's like a muscle mommy, but like cowboy edition, basically. Strong mechanic skills to operate and maintain ranch equipment and machinery. Proficiency in low stress cattle handling, pasture management, fencing, and infrastructure maintenance. Basically, they want your help mending fences. And they don't want you to stress out the cows. Yeah. Pass on 300 cows. No, thank you. Cows are super dangerous. So I think that's why I would prefer to have goats. Although I don't think they have goats for sale in this. That's probably more of a springtime deal. Decent price on some panels. Brand new panels, $100 each. Somebody must not have measured before they got those. Ooh, you can get a 30 by 40 by 10-foot shed for $31,000. Ooh, nice. It's a nice shed. Oh, nice. They'll build it for you. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, so I have all of these um, farming newspapers basically to keep abreast of what's going on farm-wise. Sometimes it's relevant, sometimes it's not. Like when I figured out that asparagus from the store, if it's not marked from USA, is owned by cartels. Did you guys know that? You are indirectly and in some cases directly supporting cocaine farming if you purchase non-US asparagus, because there was some crazy, ridiculous bill we did. It's like, I don't know, something stupid like the Cocaine Reduction Act or something like that, where we send money to South America and we say, hey, please stop growing cocaine and instead grow asparagus and stuff. And they said, okay, cool. And then grew asparagus and cocaine, and we still paid them. So um, American asparagus growers took like a huge hit a couple of years ago, and it was like worthless. People were like getting rid of all of their asparagus and stuff like that, which would have been a great time to stock up on seed for that. But yeah, pretty much like in America, you have to pay harvesters by, in a lot of cases, by the hour. So people were making like $20 an hour to harvest asparagus, which has to be hand harvested. I don't think you can use a machine to do it. And I want to say it was Peru, um, they're paying people 20 cents a day. So like they're making like nothing but profit, and they're essentially creating a slave class within their like agricultural sector. So the American market can't really compete with that, which is why um I don't think we should give money to other countries, because that doesn't make any sense, right? Like it doesn't make sense for us to be like subsidizing a cocaine market. And I think that a lot of the things that can be explained by incompetence are, I think somebody's like, don't attribute malice to something that can be explained by incompetence. But I'm like, I don't think it's incompetence. I think they meant to do that. Like I think they meant to give money to Peruvian drug lords under the guise, like I think it's much more likely that they're giving money to Peruvian drug lords under the guise of being like, no, this is for asparagus to prop up the drug market. Now that's just my opinion. Um, but over a long enough period of time, if the government is doing something retarded, you would think that they would do less of that once it's brought to their attention that it's retarded. And if they continue doing it, well, then that kind of gives you your answer, doesn't it? Because, you know, if you're trying to be efficient and get the outcomes that you're looking for, and it's brought to your attention that what you're doing isn't working, and somebody provides you a different solution and you don't take it, well, you're kind of just like choosing the outcome that's been brought to your attention now, aren't you? You know, like if you date the same type of guy over and over again, and your friend's like, hey, the reason you're dating these guys is because of this, and the end result is always going to be this, and then you continue to date those same guys, well, now you're just choosing that outcome. You know what I mean? So, what was another really cool one? Oh yeah, circling back to buying cotton t-shirts. So I wanted to buy thermals because I love a good waffle knit thermal. I think it's so like classic. And if you get a good one, like they really go with a lot of like really nice fall time outfits. So I ordered these thermals. They're like 100% polyester. When did we as like a society go towards just like all synthetic fabrics? Because it doesn't keep you warmer. I think to a degree there are aspects to synthetic fabrics that do make sense. Like if you add a degree of like synthetic fabrics to cotton, I think it helps with like the shrinkage rate on it and stuff like that. But 100% polyester, like we're essentially just creating trash that we're just gonna like ship off to like poison Bangladeshi water. Like that just seems evil, kind of. So, since we're not using like humans to harvest any of these crops anymore, like we really don't even use, we used to have like human labor to pick cotton. So like it makes sense where you would want to like kind of like go away from that, I guess, in the wake of that kind of an industry. But we use machine harvesting for this stuff now. So it doesn't make any sense to me why, one, it's so expensive. This one shirt was like a heavy cotton linen, and it was $120 for a fully cotton t-shirt. Now we're using machines to harvest that. We're using machines to like smash it together or whatever, however they make cotton. But like there's almost zero human element to that. Why is it so expensive? You know what I mean? Like the infrastructure to make this product has been around for like a decade, maybe. I mean, perhaps I'm wrong, but it seems to me like we had textile mills in like the 1800s. So like, why is it so expensive to make these shirts? And I think the resounding answer to that massively profit-driven industry fashion. And the way that they get around like their responsibility, I guess, to consumers and stuff, is just like manufacturing like an obscene amount of trash and then exporting it to the third world, which I think is like both morally wrong and just like stupid from a business aspect. Like, why would you intentionally create waste? Why would you intentionally create trash? It's one thing for like a percentage of that to be like a byproduct of making something, but when the product is trash, that just seems like a model that should be selected against, like Zara and like Fashion Nova type of stuff. Like, why are we doing these things? And to a degree, it's like, oh, well, we're doing it because these things are fashionable. But I'm like, if you look at like 1950s clothing and stuff like that, like a lot of that stuff is still pretty fashionable. So, I feel like you could just use better fabrics. And I mean, people make fashion out of stuff that's like older all the time. So I think that you should just like be better at designing clothes. I feel like it's such a cop out to be like, oh, well, in order to capture the market, like we have to make all this like cheap garbage that looks like shit after like a week of wearing. Like you can wear this shirt twice before it just like disintegrates into your hands. Like it's not even meant to like be stored within 5 feet of a dryer or it'll just like disintegrate into like lint, which is it's just crazy. It's absolutely insane to me that we've gotten to that point in like the textile. Would that be textiles? I feel like textiles like inherently makes me think of actual tiles and not like linens and stuff. So it's just really weird to me. But anyway, so I get these thermals and it's like $100 for 3 thermals. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they're all polyester. And I'm like, that is so whack because my initial concern with buying these is the utility of the item, which is that it's warm. And I think everybody should have like a nice solid like waffle knit thermal for the fall. Like that's just I don't know, it's just like for whatever reason like such an iconic fall piece for me. Like a guy in like a really nice waffle waffle like maybe even a Henley, like a waffle Henley thermal just looks so good with like maybe a pair of like I know these like Junko jeans are pretty, but like picture this for just a moment, if you will. It's like maybe depending on their skin tone, either like a gunmetal gray kind of waffle thermal and like maybe like a like a baggy like Junko denim jean or like a bone or like a cream, like a heavy thick waffled thermal and like some like baggy black like cargo jeans would be really like I feel like that'd really hit with like maybe a chain or something like that. That just like seems like such a fit. You know what I mean? Um, and in order to have this like excellent fall fit that you can pair with other things, by the way, because like that'll keep you warm with like a sweater and stuff like that, like you can layer and all that. It's like I was looking at some of these things, it's like $98 for a cotton thermal. That's crazy. Like this better be like dense. Like I better like feel some weight to this or I'm gonna be so pissed. Because I'm sending all of these polyester thermals back. They're garbage, absolute trash. I'm sure they would look just fine. Like I'm pretty sure I have a polyester like thermal in there somewhere, but like it's not warm at all. And so like my skin is covered, but I'm freezing. And I don't want to have to be dressed in like 100 layers to be warm. That's just ridiculous. Because I'm looking to accentuate the fact that I'm not, like morbidly obese, but not necessarily be like freezing cold in the middle of the winter because I need people to know that I like put effort into my appearance. Um, so it's just this like weird gripe I have with the fashion industry. Like, I tried to go find jeans the other day and everything was so hideous. Like, why are we as a nation just trying to make asses look worse? Are we trying to like build the next rocket or something? Have we reached a stagnation in like scientific achievement to the fact that we just have to make clothing ugly for a minute so people can fucking focus on their jobs? Like, is that where we're at? Because it very much feels like that's where we're at. And if that's the case, like, I'm still gonna be mad about it, but at least we're about to hit like a boom, but I don't think that's the case. I think that um, just like globally, we've kind of like messed up all of our priorities. And like, have they not taken enough from us? Like, do we have to have like mom jeans that make everybody's ass look like pancakes? Like, why? I either have to dress like I'm a stripper again, or I have to dress like I've never done a squat in my life. Like, why are those the only two options? Like, it's either a prostitute or a potato sack. And I just don't understand why that's the case. Even, even the potato sack reference is a bit dated because there was a time when people were just being very, very frugal. And maybe it's not potato sacks. Maybe I'm thinking flour sacks. But back in the day, there used to be a linen sack that carried like a dry sundry, and they noticed that these like frugal frontier moms were using these in times of like um when people didn't have much, they were using these linens to make like little dresses and stuff like that. And then the companies, this is like one of the most heartwarming like older stories. The companies were like, that's so sweet, we're gonna start putting cute little designs on these things because like that's kind of like it's messed up that these people are in these situations, and like the best we can do is put like a cute little floral print on this. And so then they actually got to wear something cute that was also functional and covered them, which is very, very nice. Whereas now, like, I mean, maybe I'm like just in the wrong aspect for this kind of stuff, but like a nice thick like pullover that just has like, I'm like not trying to shade Adidas, but like, you know what I mean, where it's just like got like an athletic logo over here, like garbage. Like, why can't we have some like nice embroidery around the neck or something? Like, not even anything crazy. Like, I'm not asking for like just like a nice like, like just like a little bit of like maybe filigree or something like that, just to like zhuzh it up a bit. Does everything have to be either completely basic and bland and like low key ugly, or just like so extra and ridiculous? Like, why are we trying to dress like either Paris Fashion Week or like this just Frankenstein nonsense of clothes? Like, I put on a pair of jeans the other day that literally looked like it was sewn together from different patches of jeans. And I'm like, is somebody just like just now learning how to use a sewing machine and this is fashion now? Like, this is insane. I feel like I could make this at home, and that should not be a feeling that enters into my mind when I'm shopping for clothes. That's just crazy to me. How do we get from this little monster that gives you garroted gloves that let you garrote people to clothing? It's crazy. The stream being down is, oh, let's see, because I have has a crazy amount of drop frames. I'm only using 5% of my CPU though, so that's not too bad. What is happening? Why is this thing? And it's just like